See the different technology architectures, technology how it's getting evaluated from the pure fiber to the home or fiber to the X. Then the deployment models outside and inside plant, how the models are transforming to accommodate different technologies and architectures, evaluating the technologies. And then how operators are adopting the new things, optimized connectors or optimized deployment cabinets to ensure that their costs are not going more. So this way we will go ahead and then we will see what is our end-to-end turnkey solution. How do we support to resolving problems in FTTx deployments. So end of the session, definitely I'm going to share one of my case study that we've done in this region, so that you would get more idea how we do it. Let's play that video now.
Our customers to do more, to do better together. We use our knowledge and expertise faster than ever before. To succeed, businesses need to find new ways to be flexible and keep up with these changes. That's where we come into play. We add our inventive spirit to empower our customers to do more, to do better together. We use our knowledge and expertise to enhance our customers' business. Sometimes our contribution concentrates on a specific technical challenge, and sometimes we design entire systems that pave the way for a better future. But they always enable something bigger to happen. Over the course of 20 years, we have grown from our roots as a geospatial company in India to a global enabler in engineering, networks, and operational services. We are more than 12,000 associates, and we work right across the globe with our customers and partners. From Seattle to Sydney, we work creatively to solve the most complex problems across a wide range of industries. From toothbrushes to phone networks to aircraft engines, we deliver results and improve people's everyday lives. We call this designing tomorrow together. Together with our customers, we design aircraft engines that are quieter and more fuel efficient, resulting in less pollution and more relaxed passengers and crew. Improved data enables our customers to make tomorrow's maps more precise, so that millions of people can be brought home more quickly and more safely. We design and create intelligent systems to monitor complex telecom networks, so that there are fewer dropped calls, clearer hellos, and just more smiles. Our engineers collaborate with our customers to create an automated signalling system to get more Londoners to work on time and give sports fans more time for fun at the London Olympics. We help design, deploy and manage next-generation electricity networks. So if the grid goes down, then power returns more quickly so everyone can continue watching their favourite television show. We work as part of their teams, so our skills and processes fit seamlessly into their organisations. And that's why 98% of our business comes from existing customers. But we aren't complacent. Each time we work with our customers, we gain even greater trust. The more we do, the more they trust us. We call this the virtuous circle. Wherever the future takes us, developing long-term relationships and designing for a better tomorrow will be at the heart of how we work and what we do. This way of working makes us special. This has been our untold story. Designing tomorrow together is our vision. Welcome to Cyient. We live in...
So we are a global company. We call our company Cyient. So we operate from multiple locations, around 32 locations on the globe. So we are an Indian-based company, although we are an Indian-based company. So we have global operations around the globe. So you can see the different our location offices over here, and we are with 12,900 workforce, and we operate from 38 locations and with 21 plus nationalities across the globe. And we have different market segments. However, our 13% of our revenue comes from communications business. That's where we are group focused more on helping the communication service providers. So we are proud to say that we get most of the time 98% business comes from our existing clients. So the way what we help our clients, the communication service providers, it improves our business, adding more and more value to their issues, problems. And that's where we are proud. 98% of the business is from our existing clients. So now getting into the topic, our main topic, agenda, is fundamentals of FTTx. So we all know what is the FTTx, and we don't have to more understand that. But however, I want to touch base on 4 key fundamentals which are definitely going to be, which are really impacting the deployments of the FTTx. So we can, with our experience globally working for different operators from Europe, US, and Australia, New Zealand, of course, Asian markets, we realized what are the issues for the deployments. So we see these 4 different areas, especially the technology, architectures, deployment, and of course, once you deploy, the operations. So these 4 different key areas are going to play really a vital role in success of the fiber to the home or fiber to the X deployments. So let's look at each and every point what we do here. We all know this is a basic, when the FTTx actually introduced, we all know this is the basic architecture. We don't have to talk more about this. But my point over here, how this FTTx architecture is evolving more and more, how it's adding, what are the new technologies or new architectures it's adding. We see the FTTx is growing very fast. Of course, when last year, people, analysts, they say it's going to be so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. But it's, the future, what we are seeing is it's beyond the expectations. It's growing. So I would like to take with a different architecture how it's growing. We also know this basic fundamental architecture. So we know the fiber to the building, fiber to the home, and fiber to the basements, or fiber to the nodes using the PART architectures. We know this basic architecture. But how this is getting evaluated? The fiber recently, last 4 to 5 years, the fiber has taken the bits of the PAN networks using the mobile towers. So that's where the PAN network is supporting the mobile backhauls. That's called fiber to the mobile towers, or fiber to the cell sites, or fiber to the towers. People can name differently based on their geographic conditions. The other area where the fiber is touching the antennas, this is another evolving technology. We all know how it's evolving, how it's supporting the mobile communications to the fiber to the antenna. The next one is the, we all know the fiber is going to the Wi-Fi. Although Wi-Fi was there since a long time, but the fiber has boosted, given the boost for the Wi-Fi networks. So everywhere, anybody, wherever they go, they look for Wi-Fi hotspots. That's the way the fiber is playing a major role fundamentally. So at the same time, the fiber is being replaced these days with a Li-Fi, the light emitted diode LED based technology. I think last 2 months back, Mobile World Congress, the Li-Fi was demonstrated, and we all see. But fortunately, the Li-Fi is being supported by fiber backhauls. With the fiber, the recent news is it can give the bandwidth up to 100 gig. So that's the technology fiber is supporting to Wi-Fi. Then next, the fiber is giving to supporting the cable operators. How the cable operators using the fiber backhauls or fiber from their PON networks for the last amplifier or for amplifiers to ensure their subscribers are able to achieve more bandwidth or demanded bandwidth. Then the other area, the fiber, the FTTx, this is a major area where the fiber is going to play a major role. Although we see the utility operators and telecom operators, both are silos, they go each other in different ways. But FTTx is bringing these two guys together, making one connectivity to the home, the subscriber, so that he can manage his power utility bills or data transactions between the utilities, water, gas, heat, any meters. So that's where it's called fiber to the smart meters or fiber to the meters, whatever we call. So it's supporting the meter technologies. So this is another area. And of course, we are seeing recently the FTTx, that's the G.fast technology with 300 Gbps, 300 Mbps for each customer, each subscriber, demonstrating over a 300 meters loop. So that's where the fiber is playing a major role. So these, what are architectures, new evolving architectures I have displayed, these are the key architectures, but however there are many more. People say fiber to the MDU, fiber to the railways, fiber to the operators. So there are more and architectures are getting evaluated. What we are seeing, our experience is the traditional fiber to the home architecture is no more the traditional now. It's changing one by one, adding more and more architectures. That's the evolution the fiber has taken all the years. So we can see the fiber, and it's a fiber co-locating with the mobile technologies. Either you can say multi-dwelling units with the fiber GPON network, or the single dwelling units fiber GPON network, and that's residing with your LTE towers, inode Bs, so that the fiber or GPON is supporting both the mobile operators and the fixed line communication operators. So that way the FTTx is supporting different architectures. At the same time, when you have both the MDUs and single dwelling units connected, how the architecture is being supported using again mobile communications. And we see it's not only the architectures, the technologies are these days amalgamation of technology. It's like mix, because operators wants to use the flexibility of the technology. Sometimes the same city, they can deploy the active star Ethernet. Sometimes they can go for only the GPON, and other side they can go for Ethernet PON. And sometimes they want to go point-to-point network. So the technology, what I meant to say here is the technology is co-locating, residing between each and every technology. So this is another complex area. This is the experience we are having from Australia and New Zealand operators, how they are rolling out their technologies. So we can see different technologies for the point-to-point, point-to-multipoint technologies. And we are seeing WDM PONs are giving more bandwidth, and these WDMs, so far these were only the backhauls, but these days WDM is closely coming to the customer subscriber purposes. The technology is making everything is possible, everything is good. So that way the FTTx technologies are, mix of technologies are happening. And we have seen the FTTx architecture just point to point. Of course, we have seen the point to multi-point. Now it's no more point to point or point to multi-point. It's a mix. The technology should give a flexibility to make the point to point or point to multi-point, multi-point to multi-point. So that way the architecture is evolving. So no more defined technologies or architecture are still valid. So it's keep on changing based on the client, based on the operator's requirements. And deployments to the fiber to the homes and users, either aerial or underground. How the fiber can be deployed, So different architectures are evolving. Depends on the conditions, geographic conditions. So some operator wants to use the underground duct infrastructure, return pipe networks where they can pull the fiber. And somebody wants to use the overhead because that's easy to deploy. But what are the issues, consequences once they deploy, they adopt the different architectures? That's the point we're going to discuss further. And another deployment, the innovative deployment, I think we can say, because this is something, it uses the sewer system, sewer piping system, where some of the countries where there doesn't have the infrastructure availability and they can't really build a new infrastructure. That's the place this technology is going to play a major role. It's going to support. So the fiber is getting to the waste pipe waters, or your waste rainwater pipes, or your sewer pipes, then the fiber gets deployed. There are different technologies available, tools available to make this happen. And tools, there are different things to be adopted, different systems or different tools to be adopted to make this possible. We can see there are pros, there are cons by going this. Of course, each and every deployment architecture has its own pros and cons. And we can see other basic fundamental is the greenfield areas and brownfield areas. So what they have to do when they have the greenfield areas, and what they have to do the brownfield areas. So sometimes it is required to be refurbished the network so that the operator can maintain the end users requirement, the bandwidth fiber reaching each and every subscriber. And we have the other area, other fundamental area, inside plant infrastructure, then outside plant infrastructure. What exactly should go into inside plant and outside plant? Which one is the most challenging job for the operators? Or which one is more typical? Or which one is the more tricky job to do the deployments? Or how do you manage the cost? Or how do you ensure that the deployments are going very well on time according to the budgets or timelines? So this is another fundamental area we're going to touch upon in our solutions. So with our experience, what we've done is we put together four key fundamentals. That's the one. Every time, always the operator should be focused on total cost of ownership and what investment is going to get. So that's the first key focus, the operator when they want to deploy the FTTx or X networks. And then they want to always stay optimized because operator is not newly building the network. They have the infrastructure already. They might be having some old infrastructure, or they might be taking out the infrastructure back. They're pulling out the fiber new. So that's where they need to be optimized in terms of the infrastructure, in terms of the cost, in terms of the deployment timelines. So that's another key area where it may impact the deployment scenarios. Then another area is the controlling the cost during the fiber rollout, during the fiber building, network building, from the central office up to your customer premises, CPE. So how to manage for the deployment, for the equipment, for the labor, for the infrastructure. So that's another area where we're going to focus more. And then of course, once you build a network, the show is not end. The show is going to start here only. How to manage the customer, the subscriber, to get the first focus point, return on investment. So that's the meeting the client SLAs, customer SLAs, and ensuring customer happiness, customer satisfaction for getting the return on investment. That's another area. So with these four different focused areas, we created our value proposition, our solution proposition, using the business strategy and plan, design, build and support, and then manage and scale up. Once you manage, you need to scale up. So that's the four different areas where we're going to focus more in terms of the pitfalls. So coming to the pitfalls, basically the fiber pitfalls. So basically what we are seeing over the last couple of slides, the technology. Of course, the technology is changing, rapidly adopting multi-technologies, new technologies, bringing the backhauls to up to customer premises. So it is making everything is possible. It's not like earlier in olden days, people used to say, no, it's not possible. It can be there only because that's the technology. But now technology, the operators, the vendors, equipment vendors, they are making it possible anything. So that's where the technology is going to play a key role, major role in the deployment. So this is going to be a pitfall if operators are not taking care of this pitfall. The next one is the cost and budgets. This is the one, another key, very important. Although technology supports very well, technology is so flexible, but what is the cost you are going to get? When I'm going to get my money back? So that's the operator focus. So meeting this pitfall, if the costs are not controlled, budgeted properly, not controlled properly, or they are not maintained very well during the deployments, this is going to be big trouble for the operators during the deployments. Then another key is the time. Although we maintain technology, we maintain cost, budgeted very well, our portfolio is perfectly nice, but time, what time we want to make it, we want to build it, and what time we want to sell it to customer, what time we want to get our return on investment. So time is going to play a key role, another which is going to play a big area in the deployment. Of course, the next one, although this looks something very easy, but it's going to play once you build a network, play a major role once you build a network. The flexibility. When I say the flexibility, you should be able to adapt anything new Because we have seen the fiber FTTx is evolving more and more. We don't know what is going to be after 2 years, after 5 years, what it's going to take. So the technology, the network, what we build today, it should be able to adapt new things without adding more cost or without adding anything new. So that's another flexible area, are easy to access for the operations and maintenance purpose. It should be easy to access, should be able to restore the time, restore the issues, the problems. That's another area. It's going to be a major role. So these four areas, definitely four things are going to play a key role for the deployment of the operators. And keeping these four areas, we have created our solution portfolio. So we created solutions, systems, services. So that way we ensured we aligned our turnkey solutions to address these things. So we're going to see what are the things how we are supporting the operators globally. So our approach is very simple. I'm not going to talk much, all blah, 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 in the deployment things. Our approach, we are very focused, remain still focused, although we add here and there new things, but our approach is simple. Plan and design. This is the major area where you need to take everything right away, straight away. If you don't build the network using the straight strategy when you do the plan and design, your network is gone. Actually, I was hearing one of my friend last year when I met. I think he must be somewhere here. When the example was like the case was the operator network was built very good, planning was done very good. That's what they feel, and now network is built up and it came to operations. Now when the customer subscriber is getting down, this guy provides the remote monitoring, and this guy is unable to see where the location is because the fundamental planning and design is gone wrong. The fundamental equipment where it's supposed to be, it's not recorded in the system correctly. It recorded somewhere else, and the service engineer technician is going to other location where the fault is not there. So that's the issue is happening during the operations. So this is another area where we support for the operators build. Of course, we don't dig the grounds, we don't get onto the ground, but we support the building the fiber networks, or we engineer the networks. And then operate and manage. We have systems, we have solutions where you operate, or how do you manage effectively the network. So that's where another key area where we focus. Of course, once you manage, operate, the story is nice. The operators may be getting the return on investment. But how do you improve the return on investment more and more? Or how do you improve the customer satisfaction where that can generate more money for you? So that's another area. You need to optimize your network and improve the service to get more customer satisfaction. So this is another fourth area we are going to face. So our focus is very clear. Plan, design, build, and support, engineer, operate, manage, and optimize, and improve. So we will see a couple of examples. How do we do with these in these four areas? Of course, we have talked about different four pitfalls. That's where we align our solution strategy. So plan and build with technology, make the technology things happening by using our plan and build systems, and then we have build and engineering the systems solutions where it controls the costs, and then we manage operations using our operation centers, operation systems by deploying the systems, integrating the systems so that the timelines are met very well, and then optimize and improve so that the flexibility what operators are looking forward to add in future for the new adoption of the technologies can be possible or easy to restore, or can be maintained meantime to restore, or meantime to repair of the networks. So this is our planning and design approach, very simple. So we have, I can say it's people, process, and tools. We have mixed different things in this. We have added technologies, we have added software tools, we have added systems. So that's where we built this process for plan to build. So we have desktop survey systems where some of the automation tools will let you know which area you need to focus where you have to first go, whether you have to go for MDUs, or you have to go single dwelling units, or you have to focus some other areas. So that's where the strategy builds. And then the surveying of the outside plants, when you want to survey, or how do you generally do? Do you generally go with using your paper, or you go with using any of your mobile pads, or how do you manage the data coming back to your systems? Proper data is coming back to your systems. So that's where we created a solution over here using our software systems. And then network planning. Of course, network planning and design, we have automation tools. Although the automation tools support you semi-automated activities, they ensure that the data is properly coming back, aligned very well onto your systems. It can be any platform you prefer, because we have multi-vendor contracts with our partners, so that it's very easy for us to get into the system, so that we deploy or we customize the system according to the needs. That's another area. And of course, we also do support field implementation. Although we don't construct the network, but we support constructions by supporting any field resources. That's another area. And of course, once you do that network build, the data should come back. Data should be properly put back to the systems, so that the data will be useful for your future service fulfillment or assurance purpose. So the proper recording of the data, updating the data properly in the systems is another key area where we deliver through our planning and design approach. And another one is the validation. Once the network is built, you need to validate before making it connecting to customer. So that's where we introduced a couple of automation systems, automation tools. Go with outside, do automation testing, record the information back to the system directly rather than going back and updating. So that way, the validation and verification things are happening. So this is a cycle where we build from plan to build, from plan of the networks, architectures, to building the networks. So we have, of course, FTTx we have been doing, and recently we have added a new portfolio, that's the HFC DOCSIS engineering professionals portfolio, where we can support the DOCSIS customers who are using the cable operators, who are using the cable network. So where we can support their inside plants, whether they have the CMTSs, or they want to upgrade from 1.1 to 3.1, or they want to upgrade any other network, or they want to add anything new integrated related PON related servers, or they want to add any equipment infrastructure related to the DOCSIS. We have the supporting services over here. And then of course outside plant, we design the network, we take the network, we design the network, and we properly align the network, or if the capacity to be upgraded from the legacy networks to the new networks, and without adding much cost, without replacing the amplifiers on the field. How do we optimize the taps? How do we optimize the cables, so that the other area where we add value in the outside plant network of the HFC DOCSIS. So our approach to deal with this plan and design cycle, plan, design and implementation cycle is consulting way. Generally what we do, we first understand the client requirements. We understand operators' challenges basically. How do they go? What do they want? And what is their requirement? What is their pain point at the moment if they want to upgrade, or if they want to really build a new greenfield area? What is their ambition? So that way we do understand the gaps, then we try to fulfill those gaps. That's the way we first deal with our clients, with our customers. So that's the consulting mode we provide to our customers. While consulting, we cover different areas, whether it's greenfield or brownfield or active Ethernet or GPON or any architectures, blueprints, even the equipment infrastructure information. And we align that according to industry standards. We know ETOM is one of the industry standards that ensures that you're from plan to build and operate. So that's where we align our portfolio, our services according to the TMF ETOM model. Then build and engineer. Once we build, we have a solution which we'll talk about more here, from plan to build and fulfillment and manage. This end-to-end workflow or end-to-end system, which will ensure that it will sit top of on all your base equipments or base networks, and which will interact with the different systems, get the information on a single platform from the plan to build and operate. That's we call generally ICOM's world, integrated communications world. I think you must have seen by now the demo. We have a booth next door, so you can visit there anytime to see demo of this product or the system. So this manages everything from the plan to build and operate. So we have the another version in ICOM's world, that's the field mobile version. That's the where you get the data captured digitally and bring that data back automatically to the systems. You don't need to do manual inputs. You don't need to waste time. You don't need to go with errors. So that's the other area we added value to our clients. Of course, it's a basic function, your reporting analysis, but it's effective reporting analysis we have added using different systems. So the next area, operate and manage. So since we have the infrastructure strategy from plan to build, so we have extended our service portfolio from plan, build, and operate, field engineer the networks. So these are the three focus areas we use in the plan, build, and operate areas. And so what we do in a business perspective, when I say we manage, so we manage basically two different things. One is the service delivery and the service support. So for the operators, we will ensure that the service management or service assurance is going properly. We have a software system, software deployment tools, where we customize according to the client, according to the CSP's networks. So that's where we add more value, bringing our systems into the client environment, and then that way we ensure that the service level management is done properly, it's done aligned very well. At the same time, we have a team who can create dashboards, very flexible dashboards or flexible workflows, so that the data can be pulled up to each and every fault or alarms or any different information. So that's where we ensure that the service delivery is supported. Then the next one is the service support. If operator or communication service provider wants us to manage this, we have a NOC center, global NOC center residing in India or US. So we manage from both locations the network operations, L1 and L2 operations from these two locations. So that way we support, and we have partners who can support us, or who we can interact with them. Our partners are partners who they support us based on the requirements. Like you can see, our partners IBM, BMC Control, HP, CA. So we are partnered with different areas. Either it can be a mobile solution, it can be a system solution, it can be a network solution, and it can be a monitoring solution. So we have industry recognized partners. That's where we bring a value to the operators. Oh, sorry. So a technical perspective, what we do, so we basically create dashboards with the databases, and then we orchestrate the databases, and we ensure that they are done according to the requirements in a service assurance and management. So we have built with our experience of the different pieces and of information, we have built integrated plan, build, operate, field engineering. This is what we say our strength, bringing together everything, ensuring that the turnkey solution is delivered to the operators. So that's what we feel. We have in-house plan, build, operate process. We have inbuilt systems which will enhance the value. We have optimized processes, also tools which will manage the process. And we have internal technology partners who can support us, and we have best practices for operations. That's why we feel these are the supporting things where we can manage the fundamentals of the pitfalls for their creation deployments. We have a global delivery model, global delivery centers. So we are flexible to support any operator across from Canada to New Zealand. So we operate from different countries, different locations, as we explained in the beginning slide. So our models are very flexible, anytime, any requirements. So our teams works according to the client timings, so that their operations are managed very well. And the next area is we have done very good up to the operations and maintenance. We know how these things are happening. But this is where most of the operators are failed to focus. This is the area where it needs to be focused more. The optimize and the improve. How do you innovate? How do you improve your customer satisfaction? So that's the area where it comes to the picture. So this is the area we bring in our analytics information, data analytics capabilities into picture, and we support operators using our data analytics information. So the analytics can be for your historical data from the equipment, or it can be your trouble ticketing systems, or it can be your incident management, or any other information. It can be analyzed. It can be given you for the historical information. It can give you the historical data, or it can let you know what's going to be predictive analysis or proactive analysis. The other one is another area where we focus is the proactive network maintenance. We have a partner who can support us with this product network maintenance. So we bring in our partner in the picture, and then we maintain the network. Either it is your GPON network, or your backhaul network, or backbone network, your transport network. So we ensure that the proactive network is monitored very well, so that the network is known before it is happening. Any issue, incident is happening, we know beforehand. So that's where we take preventive actions. We ensure that the high-level customer satisfactions. So one of the use case, of course, in this region, we have experience. We have a couple of projects deployed in this region. So we supported one of the biggest operators in Southeast Asia, basically to deploy the FTTx networks. I think time is almost up. I'm going to run through these slides very quickly. You need any information, you can always keep in touch with me, with our team over there. So basically what we did here, we deployed basically the automation tools and for the internal investment, and we deployed another mobile workforce mobile system where the data can be automatically put back to the systems, and then system integrations, different technologies, tools, they are integrated and supported their existing networks, their ongoing projects, our existing old legacy networks, supported back, then put back into the system, aligned to the new technologies, new evolving technologies. So that way we deliver the project. Very simple, how we deliver this project is, our motto is simple: people, process and tools. We did not use much technology, these things, but what we did, we enhanced people's skills, then we improved the process, then we used some tools. That's where we delivered this end-to-end solution to our operator in this region. Our message is very simple. We enable the communication service providers with our simple message. We design together tomorrow. We design tomorrow together. So that we work with our clients, we understand their requirements, their needs, our gaps, and then most of the time when we deliver, we work with them. That's where we ensure that we deploy systems, services, solutions according to the client requirements, and then using our simple methodology, designing tomorrow together. That's all from me. Any questions, anything? I think we are almost running out of the time, but still, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.